I've seen through my time in Canada and my career too, right? The focus is so heavily on women in STEM, women in engineering, women in science. But for a very long time, that intersectional focus was missing, right?
Oh
A
my
woman
gosh,
is not
totally.
just a woman. You're a Black woman or Indigenous, Brown, Asian, and our identities encompass a lot of the ways that we perceive the world and the way the world perceives us too, right?
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
and that's really the core messaging that I think needs to be elevated is,
It's still
women,
harped on. Hmm.
exactly, women in STEM, it's not a monolith, right?
Hmm.
There's unique experiences that you can have due to not just your gender, but your race,
Hmm.
ethnicity, nationality, sexual
Hmm.
orientation. There's so many different
Hmm.
themes here. So you definitely highlight that. However, from your journey, I can see that you didn't let anything stop you, right? Your success, your focus on excellence carried you forward. And
Hmm.
I've seen that, in many of your interviews and obviously your LinkedIn, you became a leader very early on in your career, and
Hmm.
you talk about leading with love. What can you what got you into leadership roles, Nkechi? And can you tell us what kind of skills and attributes leaders should have? And what does leading with love even mean?
Sure. And there's something I just want to tap on just before I get there, because,
Sure.
as you sort of recap the last question that you'd asked me, it's interesting because I remember at one point they were like, "Oh yeah, we're doing such a great job with women in technology, and our numbers are great." And I look around the table, and that's when I realized that, yeah, we did a lot of great work getting white women to the table. But where are the others? And then, and again, and I say that because in every moment when you can look around and you just see something that's wrong, it becomes purpose. And then I said, okay, I see purpose for why I'm at the table, because it was to be a voice for all of the other women that actually do look like me, that are not there and don't have the opportunity. And 20 seconds of insane courage, gets you to that, to open up your voice and say, yes, great job getting more women and at the table, but now we've got to figure out within the realm of women, is it inclusive and is it diverse?
Mm-hmm.
And I think we have some work to do there, and then that becomes work, because then you don't tolerate, not seeing, a sort of inclusive set and diverse set of women at the tables that you occupy. So I just
Absolutely.
want, and I think everybody can do that, and it doesn't take anything but to really open up your mouth and speak when you see things that are not right. So yeah, so just wanted a minute to say that. But yeah, so back to leading with love. I can't help but just take us back to what I had mentioned about babies being born into love. All of us started as a baby, which means that all of us started from a place of love, you know and it is what we've learned and how we've internalized the life that's happening around us that starts to infect the, sort of that organic love that we're supposed to have for ourselves and for the world around us. And to lead with love, in my opinion, is your ability to be able to go back to that place where, okay, all I know is love. All I know is love.
Right.
And love to me doesn't look boastful, it's not rude, it's not jealous, it's not angered, it's not, easily frustrated, it's not, unforgiving. It's absent of those things, you know? And if I can lead from that space, like consciously lead from that space, you bring more awareness to how you're showing up versus how others are showing up. That's really what it is. I'm going to lead from a place of love, irrespective of what somebody else might be choosing to do in this given point in moment, because I truly believe that the love that I'm leading from is more powerful and is more sustainable and has way more ability to create a more inclusive culture and society and world around me. And that's my default setting, and that is not going to change.
That is an excellent example of how leadership should be. I think a lot of times we forget that it's all about
Ego, man.
authority, the title, and don't get me wrong, title is good because that shows that you've leveled up, you've had that experience, and obviously thereby you have that title. But that
I don't
love
know.
and that empathy.
I'm gonna challenge that.
Sure,
Title is
sure.
just it's a role. I
Hmm.
think that there are many roles that quote unquote are not by society deemed titled
Hmm.
that are pretty like I think about especially through this quarantine, this COVID, you know,
Hmm.
great, you're a CEO of a bank. But I would say for COVID, it was the frontline workers that that were really the CEOs of the pandemic.